And now back to one of our top stories. The US Vice President Joe Biden has criticized Russia in an interview with the Wall Street Journal. Well, Mikhail Troitsky from the Moscow State Institute of International Relations joins us now in the studio to discuss the issue. This is a bit puzzling, isn't it? Because President Obama visited Moscow earlier this month and had friendly meetings with Dmitry Medvedev. What's this about?
Yeah, I think Mr. Biden is now just rhetorically balancing all the openings that Mr. Obama made here in Moscow to Russia and to the Russian leadership. You know, what President Obama told the Russian audience in his well-publicized speech in the Russian New Economic School was amazing. He just enumerated several issues that showed how respectful he is towards Russia. And he's got great speechwriters, really. He mentioned, for example, one thing that struck me, that is, he said Russia's suffering and the suffering of the Russian people over the period of economic reform was not in vain. And that is something that runs counter to what almost any Western leader has been saying up to date. They've been saying Russia has becoming more authoritarian, bullying its neighbors, democracy actually shrinking in the country. But Mr. Obama said that the reform did not go in vain. So, what Mr. Biden is doing is that he's just balancing these openings by saying that if Russia is going to cooperate with the United States, it's going to be not because of, the charm offensive, not because Russia is being convinced, but because it's in Russia's own interest to cooperate.
So this article in the Wall Street Journal, and I quote this here, is headlined, quote, Biden says weakened Russia will bend to US, unquote. Isn't that the language of the past?
Yeah, that's meant to say that Russia is going to cooperate with the United States because Russia is significantly weaker, because the United States is strong and charming, of course, but primarily because the United States is strong and Russia realizes that the United States is strong. That's quite a different rationale for Russia to cooperate with the United States, and that is meant to convince American audiences and also the political opponents of President Obama that Russia is actually being, let's say, cajoled into partnership with the United States.
Now, Joe Biden recently visited Georgia and Ukraine, who have strained relations with Russia. So is he trying to show support for these countries or what?
Yeah, by all means he's trying to show support for these countries, but the question is much broader than just support for Georgia and Ukraine. It's just a show of US support to whatever smaller countries there are in the world that wish to ally with the United States. So Biden is basically saying the United States is not making trade-offs on their interests. The United States is committed to protecting smaller countries. The United States is committed to helping them economically, and that the United States is not talking over their heads with some presumably powerful countries such as Russia.
Okay, Mikhail Troitsky, thank you very much indeed. We'll have to